Good morning, everybody. We got a bit of snow this morning. It's coming down a bit heavy now and starting to stick. And the weather did give snow on hills. And of course, I live on a hill up here in Brindisi, up by Musclas. And I didn't go down the village for my little walk on the path this morning because of the snow. I thought I'd better stay around here. And I've been up this hill for a walk, and I gotta say, I'm exhausted. Even though I love walking, it helps me relax. But this hill is too much for me now because since I had this heart trouble 4 years ago, I can't handle this hill. I've only walked up a few yards and I feel as if I run a marathon, and I'm sitting here in bed now, enjoying my view through the window because, well, you can't see the Gwynforth Valley, where normally I can see the fields in the back and the farms and things. But with the snow now, I can't see any of that. But this hill is much too much for me, and this is why I want to move. You see, the thing is, I've been here now 6 years. Okay, 6 years ago, I moved to this bungalow, and I loved it here. I could walk then around Polendry and even over Carway and back up this hill. I was able to do it. And then 4 years ago, I had this heart problem that I thought I was going to die at the time. I almost collapsed, and I landed up, lucky I was near the surgery, and I landed up having an ECG scan and discovered I got atrial fibrillation, irregular heartbeat. And for a good few months, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't walk far, I couldn't drive far. I was too weak. And then I started picking myself up, not just with the medication the doctor had given me, but also I changed my diet and eating different things and drinking different things because I used to walk and swim a lot before then. And I thought I was super fit until I almost collapsed that day. And since that day, I've wanted to move, you see, because I can walk further on a flat. I can do about quarter or half a mile or sometimes a mile on a flat. But this hill is too much, so I'm trying to move now. And also, I spend a lot of time when I can, not now with this lockdown, of course, in Armford with my daughter and grandson. And I love Armford. I fell in love with Armford when I was in college in 1967. I can't believe the daughter's living there now. And sometimes I stay there because I got my own bedroom there. And I find driving from here to Armford, it takes so much out of me. I'm so tired when I get there. And when I get to my daughter's, I got to go to my bedroom there and sit up in bed there, like I'm doing here now, having a rest. So I'm trying to live near Armford. And go back to where I lived before in Drevach because I'm kicking myself that I gave that bungalow up in Drevach. But I had a lot of trouble with the neighbours then, and although I got on with them good, but they were alcoholics. They were fighting and keeping me awake at night. And he was getting so drunk, he was walking in my bungalow, not knowing where he was. And the police was back and forth there. And then next to up again, she was crazy. She was on drugs or something. She was running into my bungalow. I had a lot of trouble, so I got fed up and moved. But I'm kicking myself now. It was a big mistake that I did move. But I've done worse mistakes, and at least I can make up for this mistake by having a bungalow back in Drevach. And I can be nearer then, easier for me to travel to Armford. And there's a nice park in Drevach as well, because I've started seeing my other grandson now, who's 10, and he'd love that park because there's nothing around here for him. And, the park in Drevach is such a good park. He'd love it. And there's 78 old age bungalows in Drevach. So if I could move to Drevach in a flat, I'd be able to walk further, easier for me to drive to Armford. And of course, my brother Spencer lives in Croissants. I'd be able easier for me to pop over to have a chat with him, and my dentist in Croissants. So I was doing this video now because the thing is, every Friday now a list comes up in Drevach. No, not Drevach. A list comes up with the council every Friday of bungalows that are empty. It's a system they got now where you choose what bungalow you want. And I have been told now that there's a bungalow empty in Drevach, Bronnerin, the site opposite the school there. But I haven't been told where it is. Although I've been up for have a look to see if I could see it, and I can't make out which one it is. But I'm doing this video because this is where word of mouth comes in, you see, because I got friends on Facebook in Drevach, and also I got a good friend up in Llanfairpwll because there's beautiful bungalows up there. I'd love to live up there, and a flat again I could walk on. And I tried the other day for a bungalow in Porthavid, that again a beautiful village. So you've got Porthavid, Llanfairpwll, Drevach. I'm not keen on croissants, and I'm not keen on top tumble, but I am keen having a bungalow in Ponteberem, but that's down by Hale Vale by the school, not Brandyway. I've been offered one in Brandyway. So I'm doing this video now, word of mouth, you see. I got friends who might know of a bungalow coming empty, and they can let me know then on Facebook if it's coming empty, and I can go up and have a look at it before the list comes up, you see. And when the list comes up then on a Friday that bungalow is empty, I can straight away put a bid, because you've got to bid for them now, you see. You've got to put in a bid for it. So I'm doing this video now for my friends on Facebook, and they live everywhere. But I haven't got any friends living in Porthavid, even though I got loads in Porthavid. In fact, I know more in Porthavid than Portiets. But I'd only have a bungalow in Ponteberem by Hale Vale, although there's 7 in all there, but there's only 5 there with 2 bedrooms, and the 3 of them are garages. And they are in big demand, they are, when they come empty, but I'd love to have one of those. So I'm doing this video now so that any of my friends can let me know if there's a bungalow coming empty up there. So anyway, I'll finish filming now, and I'm having a nice rest now, because this hill, I cannot handle this hill anymore. It's much too much for me. And driving here from here to Armaford. Mind you, the first 3 months when I had this heart problem, I couldn't even drive down the village. I couldn't, for months. I was too weak to do anything. It's a regular heartbeat I got, you see. The heart is, the valves are closing before the blood gets circulated properly, and there's not enough oxygen then going into my body, and especially to my head. That's why you feel weak, you know. I tell people I feel tired. It's not just tired, you feel weak. You're drained, you know, and that's why I'm sitting in the bed now, getting all my energy back, and I'll be having food now later on, and I'll go out for another walk again. And again, I'll be tired, well, feeling weak, but I regain I got to do everything in bits and pieces. And when I clean, then I got to hoover and rest, have a good rest, and then clean my bathroom. I got to clean each room. I can't clean the bungalow straight out all over. I just got to do each room at a time. And, you know, I can manage like that as long as I got a rest in between. But like I say, if I get a bungalow on a flat where I can walk, it would be for me heaven on earth. Okay.